I don't even know where to start. Today is my sister's birthday. We're not allowed to contact her and we're blocked on absolutely everything. We have 2 daughters. We don't just have one.
Almost every online personality on social media dreams of becoming a TikTok star, making posts to go viral and make money. However, their biggest challenge is to stay famous and turn it into a profitable career. This is where management agencies come in, supposedly to help creators plan their posts and find ways to get noticed. But it's unclear how effective these agencies really are at doing this. The Netflix documentary series, Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok Cult, delves into the genesis of the management entity 7M Films, founded by Robert Shin, who concurrently serves as a pastor at Shekinah Church. Spanning 3 episodes, the series unveils allegations from numerous former 7M affiliates detailing Shin's exploitation and manipulation, culminating in the establishment of a cult-like atmosphere. Central to the narrative are the experiences of 2 sets of sisters who collaborated with Shin, influencers Melanie Wilken and Miranda Derrick, formerly Wilken, and Melanie and Priscilla Lee. The Lee sisters crossed paths with Shin upon joining his Shekinah Church in 1999 as young Korean immigrants. Immersed in the church's community, they resided in a communal setting alongside fellow members. Subsequently, Melanie Lee broke free from the confines of the church and their shared abode, endeavoring to liberate her sister. However, Priscilla opted to remain entrenched, resulting in their decade-long separation. In 2021, Shin established 7M, blurring the boundaries between his church and the talent management firm from the outset. The first hints of 7M's darker undertones surfaced in a 40-minute Instagram live session in 2022, initiated by Melanie Wilken and her parents. Expressing concerns about Miranda's prolonged absence from their lives, they hinted at her detachment from her past self, attributing it to her involvement with what they labeled a cult. This worry escalated to the extent that on Miranda's 25th birthday in February 2022, Melanie, alongside Miranda's parents Kelly and Dean, hosted a live stream chat, lamenting their heartbreak over her withdrawal. Kelly's poignant remarks in the video underscored the anguish of a mother yearning for reassurance of her daughter's safety, despite prolonged silence.
Haunting us for over a year now. Yeah, it's definitely been the hardest year of my life. But we want to answer some of your questions. Hello. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Get some tissue already.
Yeah. It's been rough. Here. Very rough. So today is my sister's birthday. And we're not, I don't even know where to start. We're not allowed to contact her, and it's really sad because we're blocked on absolutely everything. So whenever we try to say anything, like I even just commented on a video today, instantly blocked. So it's just been really hard to deal with, and we really don't know why. We obviously, that is the $1 million question, is why, and trust me, we don't really know. So I guess we'll start. It was January 18th was the worst day of our lives of last year. And basically, I don't know. Do we want to say? This was totally on a whim, so I don't even really know. So January 18th, we were supposed to go home, and 30 minutes before we were leaving for the airport, Miranda calls my mom and dad and says she's not coming home. And it was like, what do you mean you're not coming home? She said she had COVID. She did not have COVID. We had had it the month prior. She was not sick at all. And she even said it. She even admitted that it wasn't because of COVID. She was just making that up.
And that she just
couldn't come home.
And that she was sorry, and we won't understand.
We won't understand, but she can't come home. And
so we tried to then, Melanie got on the flight, came home. The next couple of days, Kelly and I went and tried to see what was going on.
Came back
here in California, and spent a day and a half here. She was here at the condo. We talked to her for a couple hours, and she was a very different person. Different person that we've had than when she was home many
Just
times.
seemed very disconnected,
Yes.
like just not
Yes.
herself at all,
Right.
and she couldn't explain why she
and
wasn't
kept
coming
wanting
home.
to leave, and
And my dad even texted me because I was in Michigan and they were here, and he said she keeps saying that she has to go film videos with James, B Dash. Should I let her go? And I said, well, if you let her go, that'll be the last time you're gonna see her.
it was.
And it was.
Yeah.
And
she just
what
kept
were
saying,
they gonna do?
But she kept saying that when I said, please come home to Papa's funeral,
was.
you're going to regret it. And she said, I'll see. And I said, well, who do you have to ask? And she's like, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to make a mistake. I'm just learning. So whatever she's involved in, she's got some kind of control over her that is making her afraid of something. And as anyone that knows our family knows how close we've always been. And prior to her getting involved in this like religious group that she's involved in, we never ever had a disagreement or an argument, her and I.
So here's the thing too. Melanie also was going to these church things and everything, and she realized
Well,
we
never really addressed that, so I guess we're addressing it.
Yeah.
Miranda is a part of a religious group, and she's not allowed to speak to us. And
that's the thing.
That's the thing that we've realized is Miranda, James, all these people that they're with, they're not in control of their lives. Someone else is controlling their lives, and they're all victims of this. And it would be so easy to just like forget about, oh, screw her, like she doesn't care about us anymore. But we know that's not her.
She would never ever block Grammy.
No.
Grammy and Papa were everything. And after Papa died, to think that she wasn't attending his funeral.
And he was like a second father to us. It's not like we weren't close.
You guys
We were
talked
so
to
close.
Grammy and Papa every single day, if not more than once a day. So to not go to his funeral, and he was like the #1 supporter.
Oh my gosh, on his last day, he was showing the nurse our TikTok videos. And he FaceTimed us and was like,
And he was showing that you guys were on the billboard in New York City.
Uh-huh.
He was so proud. And then Miranda's now blocked Grammy from everything.
We're blocked from all our socials.
We're blocked from
and
everything.
it's so hard because this has literally been going on for over a year,
Right.
but we haven't said anything because we always had hope that she was going to come back. That's why, especially in the first few months, we didn't want to embarrass her because
And this is her second birthday now. We've not been able to spend with her.
because
We know
this
she's
is
a
so
victim.
mind-blowing. I always tell people when I'll get together with people that we knew from before, like we'll do videos together or whatever, and they're like, what happened? Like, where is she? And I'm like, I literally cannot make this up. And I say it, and they're literally just like, I don't know what to say right now. And I'm like, I know, I don't either. And that's why it's been so hard to, like, even now, I don't even know what we're saying. Like,
Right.
we probably aren't even making sense because
She got
I
married,
can't-
and we don't even know when she got engaged.
where.
I don't know where. I don't know who officiated the wedding. I don't know who was in attendance. So when people say, oh, Kelly, congratulations on Miranda's wedding, I don't even know anything about it.
And then and that's why it's like social media can be such a crazy place because then I'll get messages where it's like, oh, you don't support your sister's marriage, and I'm like, I didn't know about it, and we're blocked, so we don't see anything, and so it's so hard. But let's see some of the, and so this has been going on for over a year where we have constantly tried. We've showed up at different places that we know she's going to be at. We've
gone
gone
to
to everything.
Where she lived. That's another thing throughout all of this. Right after she said she wasn't coming home to the funeral, when we got here 2 days later after that phone call and talked to her for a little bit, and then she stormed out and she left, we realized, we went upstairs and saw that
All
her
of her stuff
closet
was
was
gone.
empty and her drawers were empty. And she had moved out in one day, the day after that phone call. She never told us where she moved to. She ended up blocking us and changed her phone number. Dean and I hunted down and did our little private investigating to figure out where our daughter was living.
And thank you, Juju, for saying that she used to take our class way back when. She said, this does not sound like Miranda. And that's exactly it. It's so hard because people that didn't know us together just like, oh, Miranda must not like you guys. She just chose to leave, like deal with it, whatever. But it's like, no, if you knew her character and knew our bond, you would know that this is not like her at all.
Just before, like, she was home for the quarantine time. So Miranda and Melanie were home in Michigan for 7 months. And so that's really right before all of this happened. She was herself. I mean, she would sit there and she would, like, always, I love my family. Like, we would be in the car. I love everyone in this car. She said to me, she's like, well, to all of us, but mainly to Melanie, she was like, can you believe that we're actually living our dream? That everything that we've ever hoped for has come true, and that we are sisters that love each other and are working together and everything. She never talked about marriage. She never talked about anything like that being any time soon.
And even something like that. And I think the thing that just makes me so sad is, like, I get it, whatever, even if she wanted to move out, because we live together, if she wanted to move out, or she wanted to start, you know, her relationship with James, take that further, whatever, like, you don't need to cut us off. And life is going on, and there are so many exciting things happening for her too, for all of us, and for her.
And we can't share in her joys and her successes.
Has been really hard.
And for a mother, I haven't heard, like, she has not called me since January 18th, 2021. She has not actually called my phone to talk to me and to reach out to me. And so to think, like, as a mom, I don't know if she's safe. I don't know if she's okay. I want to just hug her. I just want to know that she's... But even if she were to tell me I'm fine, everything's fine, I know it's not fine. Yeah. Because nobody goes from the person she was. Anybody that knows her knows the kind of person she was. And if you ever asked what is the most important thing in life, she would say her family. So to cut everybody off, you have to go back and say, if you were willing to cut everybody off, if this is your decision, who altered your thinking for that to be something you would want?
Someone asked, how did she get involved in this group? And it was, again, something...
These were
James,
friends of
but,
James.
But there is also
Dancers,
dancers, and there's
videos.
also finding out you have to be invited. And this is a religious organization that's gated. I personally have been, even on this trip here, have been to the front of that. I press the button. I see the cars in the parking lot. It's gated. And I say, you know, to the ring, my daughter's in there. Can you please send Miranda out? I'd like to talk to her. I would like to see my daughter. And nothing. I press it like 4 times. I sit there for a while. Nothing. It's behind a gate.
Oh, so sorry. James is her husband.
Yeah.
B Dash.
Right.
His real name is James, so if we say James, that's who we mean. But yeah, and thank you, Ricky, for saying that all the dancers that she dances with primarily with, we do see that they have danced with others, but the primary group are all victims of this religious organization.
Correct. And if someone asks about what's the name of the company, the management company they're with, you can kind of see it on their socials.
Yeah,
you can see it on their bios. They're all the same.
All the same.
It's all the same.
Is she in danger? Somebody says. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so physically, but mentally, she is not the same person.
Well, she's afraid of something.
Yeah, exactly.
Our daughter would want everything. She'd want her family. She would want her career and
Her boyfriend,
husband. She'd want it all. So the fact that she has to, like, sacrifice her entire existence before she got involved of
her
this
grannies,
church.
her grandmothers, her cousins,
friends,
and
everybody.
Someone just put on there, like, F the drama. And trust me, we've waited a whole freaking year to say one thing because we hate this. We hate this. We've never been into drama, nothing. This is why it kills me inside that this is happening, because we have been so on the other side of this. I loved that we were the example that, like, siblings can get along, we can have fun together, we can, be best friends. And the fact that they have taken this from us just
not drama.
It kills me. And this isn't just drama, and that's why we didn't want to see anything either, because we didn't want to be like, oh, what's the tea with the Wilken sisters? What's going on? And it's like, no, this is so real. It's just a lot. So, it's not, trust me, we're not trying to get frickin' attention from this. We just want Miranda back, and don't know what to do.
Dancing for the Devil delves into Shin's exploitation of his pastoral influence to establish a TikTok dance management conglomerate. The series highlights how Wilken's Instagram Live became a pivotal moment, prompting multiple media outlets to scrutinize 7M, affording former members and their families a platform to voice their grievances. Melanie Lee sheds light on the origins of Shin's LA-based Shekinah Church, noting its modest beginnings with approximately 15 attendees, primarily comprising Shin's and his sister Catherine's families. Assuring Melanie and Priscilla of the love they purportedly lacked, Shin and Catherine fostered a sense of belonging within the church. However, Lee recounts how Shin's ventures expanded over time, encompassing various enterprises, from cafes to real estate ventures, predominantly staffed by church members, who endured grueling hours for meager compensation. Following a stint as a Hollywood producer, Shin redirected his focus towards 7M Films, leveraging social media to scout talent, including Miranda. Through 7M, he facilitated lucrative opportunities for his clientele, ranging from commercials to appearances on prominent platforms like The Ellen Show and at Los Angeles Clippers games. Concurrently, Shin maintained leadership within the Shekinah congregation, boasting about his clients' achievements during sermons. The series delves into the influencer's quest for Shin's validation, willing to go to extremes to garner his approval. Moreover, Dancing for the Devil exposes Shin's contentious leadership practices, with former members levying accusations of sexual, emotional, and financial exploitation against him. While Shin, 7M, and Shekinah Church declined participation in the documentary, Shin vehemently denies allegations of sexual misconduct within both the company and the church. Throughout the series, we also gain insight into Miranda Wilken's relationship with her husband, James Derrick, also known as B Dash, both of whom have refuted any association with a cult. As revealed in Dancing for the Devil, in April 2019, James B Dash Derrick, a renowned dancer, reached out to Miranda and her sister Melanie via direct message. The trio bonded over their shared passion for dance, collaborating on a dance project before establishing a group chat. Eventually, Melanie was excluded from the conversation, and B Dash and Miranda continued to communicate regularly, leading to the development of their relationship. Their romantic involvement blossomed, with James even residing with the Wilken family during the COVID-19 pandemic. Subsequently, both Miranda and James became affiliated with 7M. After 2 years of courtship, in August 2021, Miranda Wilken and James Derrick announced their engagement via an Instagram post, expressing their profound joy and commitment to each other. A month later, on September 5th, the couple shared a video of themselves dancing in Las Vegas, accompanied by the caption, "What happens in Vegas," strongly implying that they had tied the knot. As of the present, Miranda Wilken and James Derrick remain seemingly happily together, frequently sharing dance videos featuring each other on social media. In May 2022, amidst allegations suggesting their involvement in a cult, Miranda addressed the issue in an interview with The Cut, stating, "I am not held against my will, and I've never been a hostage. I go to church and I have faith in God. If one day I wish to pursue my faith elsewhere, I will, and feel completely free to do that." She further clarified, "As far as my career, my time at 7M Films has been one of the most exciting years ever, and if one day I wish to partner with a different management company, or start my own company, I will. No one is forcing me to do anything. I am excited to move forward in this incredible walk with God, an amazing marriage, and an exciting career. I'm also looking forward to moving past all of this and mend my relationship with my family privately." Similarly, James B Dash took to his Instagram story to refute the allegations, asserting, "First of all, there's two sides to every story. This is the other side of the Wilkens family drama. It started with a white, beautiful woman moving in with a poor black man from Compton that the parents did not approve of. I get it. I was renting a room and had no car. I was a divorced man with a son." He further clarified, "This company is not a religious non-profit organization, but a secular for-profit company run by people who have faith in God." One of Shin's most contentious teachings involved urging his followers to die to themselves and their families. A former 7M dancer elucidates this concept in the inaugural episode, stating, "Dying to yourself means that whatever you want or whatever you need, you have to die to it, because whenever you die to something, it'll come back to life and resurrect." Another former dancer adds that they were instructed to die to your family in order to save them, alluding to the notion of securing their loved one's place in heaven. This notion of dying to your family is exemplified in the experiences of the Wilken sisters. Melanie Wilken reveals in the series that she and her sister were inseparable until Miranda joined 7M, even going as far as getting married without informing their family.
I could be in an unsafe environment.
This is a cult.
They would say, like, cut off your family because you need to work on yourself.
However, Miranda re-established contact with her family after Shin altered his stance in July 2022, following the exodus of several 7M dancers from the company. He advocated for 7M congregants to maintain connections with their families.
Hi guys, we are live. We're in Detroit, Michigan. This is my husband James. This is my mom Kelly and my dad Dean. Since they wanted to make our lives public, we're gonna go live. Do you guys have anything to say to the live stream?
I love you, Miranda, and I miss you.
Love you. We're excited to see her in person.
I want to video document our meeting with Miranda's parents. It is March 9th on a Wednesday, 2022. And the reason why, because we just want to shut down all the lies, talk about we don't talk to our families. Not true. But we just don't like talking to Miranda's parents or the relatives because the harassment and the hate. But there are communications here and there.
I've been seeing a lot of things being talked about as facts here on social media, and a lot of people who, I'm not going to mention any names, but have created this narrative of my life just to make money off of me. And like I've said before, I really don't want to make these things public and share these things on social media, but I'm being forced to speak my truth. So let's go. She completely ignored everything I said. She decided to schedule us for more brand deals without letting me know. She said that I left her stranded with other brand deals that we did. I didn't get paid for the brand deals that we did when we were together. And honestly, that's the reason why I was just over working together as Wilken sisters.
Hey you guys, I just wanted to hop on really quick and address the date, January 21st. It just keeps popping up. I know my mom has been stuck on January 21st, and a lot of you have been saying that I cut off all communication completely with my family. I just want to say that that is a complete lie. Has there been less communication? Yes, because we are going through a lot. But to say that I cut off complete communication is a lie. I have proof that we have spoken since that date. I have text messages, I have DMs, I have proof of phone calls, I have voice memos proving that we have talked. I wanted to continue moving forward with Wilken sisters. I wanted to continue that relationship with Melanie. But I just asked if she could give me a couple weeks just to collect my thoughts and kind of figure out how I could continue Wilken sisters, but on new terms. Because I also wanted to pursue, I was going into singing a little bit more. I also just moved in with James. So just figuring that out. And she was cool with it. She asked if it was okay to post, a statement on TikTok. And I agreed. That sounded great. She posted it just, telling all of our fans that Miranda's going to be taking a little bit of time off. But yeah, I wanted to get it back together and, post as usual. But I just wanted I have some notes of dates, exact dates that I communicated with my family. So last year I met my mom in person with James on July 1st, 2021. Her and I met, just her and I, August 3rd, 2021. Melanie and I met in person in West Hollywood. We had a Christmas show and Melanie came to the Christmas show, so we saw each other in person then. I FaceTimed Mel a couple weeks ago asking to meet up in person, just her and I and James. James and I just flew to Michigan and talked to them March 9th. And also, my family is coming to LA on April 1st, and I would love to get together with them then. So yes, there's a lot that my family and I need to work through, but I'm excited to just move past all of this. I just want to address that saying that we haven't communicated within the past year is a lie. We have communicated, and I believe that my family wants to move forward too. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys that update. Thank you for all the support for James and I. Love you guys. Thank you.
As for Robert Shin and the current status of 7M, he, despite refuting previous allegations, has not faced formal criminal charges related to 7M. The company continues to collaborate with Miranda and her husband. In response to claims labeling him as the head of a cult, Shin filed a defamation and trade libel lawsuit against former church members. In a countermove, 3 former 7M dancers filed a cross-complaint, accusing Shin, his wife, and affiliated individuals of various offenses, including fraud and sexual battery. This legal battle is ongoing and scheduled for trial in July 2025. Despite the documentary portraying the strained relationships between Miranda and her family, she continues to post tributes and maintain some degree of contact with them. However, the family is adamant that her presence in their lives is rather shallow and feels forced. They are not allowed to ask about 7M, the church, or Robert Shin. The family reports that Miranda stated, if they ask about her affiliation with Shin and his church, she will once again cut them off. Miranda and James attended Melanie's recent wedding on May 25, 2024. However, Miranda's choice of attire at the wedding, as well as her solo posts and comments on social media, have sparked speculation and criticism regarding her involvement with 7M. Based on her online activity, Miranda appears to still be residing in California, collaborating with 7M Films and the Shins. She recently shared a video of herself and Kendra K.O. Willis performing on stage, crediting Robert Shin's son Isaiah as the videographer. This performance was reportedly filmed at the Granada Theater in Santa Barbara. Additionally, Miranda and James are now proud owners of a dog named Carver. Do you think 7M Films and Shekinah Church are a cult? Leave your views in the comment section below. Watch The Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult documentary currently streaming on Netflix.